Can you describe your school when you were growing up? Margaret?
I can.
Oh, Mom, describe your school.
It was a one-room schoolhouse. And Buster was really smart in school. And he had to stay a lot of times after school, and he would take me out at recess and write his spelling words on my hand. And then made me go in and sit beside him when he had to stay after school to do his spelling.
And one of the words was cat.
Well, probably it.
Margaret, can you tell about your school? What you remember about your childhood school?
Yeah, the first school I ever remembered going to was Edison School, and it's still on the same site as it was when I went there many years ago.
What site is that,
In
Margaret?
Santa Ana.
Edison?
Yeah, I think it's St. Gertrude's
Mhm.
and Orange, I think it is.
Still there.
I think it's still there.
Linda,
Uh-huh.
you know that one-room schoolhouse, our cousins had to go about 2 miles to walk, and they rode their horse. And that was the horse that killed our brother. He went,
How did that happen?
well, it was recess time, and they wanted to play cobbler. And he didn't want to play. So they went and lost him anyway, and he drug him to death.
The
Can you
horse
imagine
ran
that?
away.
You
Hit
didn't
his
tell
head.
him.
What?
You didn't tell him about the 2 toilets outside.
Oh, you tell him that.
You tell them.
Tell us about the 2 toilets outside.
Well, the boys' toilet, we went down and tore some shingles off the top because we go out in the cornfield and get dry corn silk, and roll them up in paper, and then we smoke them. And we couldn't get the smoke out of the toilet, so we just took some shingles off the top, and the teacher would look out and see smoke coming out. I didn't do it.
Caught him smoking.
Buster, tell us about the watermelon field.
Didn't do anything.
You did too. You did too.
Me?
Told us that's how you
Buster and I had to
tried
carry water in a gallon
Watermelons.
bucket. Shut up, I'm telling this.
Again, see, all the time.
A gallon bucket to a 5-gallon bucket. And we decided that between the two of us, if we spilled it, Mother wouldn't ask us to do it anymore. So when we got in on her nice clean kitchen floor, we spilled the water. Well, we both got punished for it, and we went out and we sat on this bench, or not a bench, I don't know what you'd call it, a walkway, and tried to figure out what we could do. And we decided we would go out in the watermelon patch and, I don't know, what did they call that when you give it a
Plug 'em.
Plug 'em, yeah. Plugged all the watermelons, whether they were ripe or little or big or anything else.
That was
And
That
dirty.
ruined all of them.
And I don't think our parents ever did realize that we did it.
I didn't know I had such a dumb brother.
Uncle Lorie, can you tell us about the naughtiest thing you ever did when you were a little boy?
I never did any naughty things.
Can you think
No,
of something?
when I was around, probably about 10 years old, we slept upstairs, the 2 boys, us, my brother and I. And then in the wintertime back there in Nebraska, it got cold. Well, I had to get up and
I
build a
do
fire.
have to go, and I'm afraid I'm not
Build a
going
fire
to
to get the warm for the rest of them to get up.
Go ahead. I can go ahead.
You might as well stop your camera.
Dad always had his tobacco case.
Go ahead.
So I would get me a cigarette paper and some tobacco and put in my pocket, remember when we'd go down skating or away from the house when I would roll or and have a smoke.
Sorry about that, but you gotta go.
Well, we done that one Sunday and we come home and Dad and I got to rafting. We got me by the leg and was shaking me in the tobacco case all over my pocket. I felt about 2 inches
That Margaret,
tall.
can you move that position to one that way?
Oh, come here.
Right, turn. And Tot, tell us about the naughtiest thing you ever did.
Well, let me get back, I gotta hear this.
Well, actually, I can't really recall anything that
You done bad.
that was punished for.
was a good little girl, but getting back to the schools, I remember the day that it was a one-room school and it was about a quarter of a mile down from the house. First day of school, then there was a roll of disc on one side and a roll of disc on the other side. Then in the middle, they had a little square for beginner kids. And you had your seat there, and it had the seat to pull down to sit down. Well, I wouldn't do that. I sat on top of the desk. The teacher told me to get down and sit in my seat. Then I was back up on top again. And I evidently done it maybe 3 or 4 times. So she brought me up and made me sit on her desk in front of the room.
Which one?
And I started crying. I cried and I cried. But that's the only way that I can remember my first day of school.
That was your first day?
That was my first day.
Aw.
So you see, I didn't always remember mine from the start.
What was your school like, Uncle Lorie?
A little country in one room.
What was your teacher like?
Oh, I had so many. They were all good teachers.
Were they?
I got along with my teacher real well.
Yeah.
But in my 8 years, 8th grade to 8 schools, I went to 8 schools. That's how much my folks moved.
Oh, why did they move so much?
Well, Dad and them landlords couldn't get along, I guess. He was a farm, rented farms.
So they moved around a lot?
About every year we'd been here for no.
So did you have any favorite friends then, since you moved so much?
Any favorite what?
Friends? Best friends?
Oh, no, you never got rich. Moved so much that you could easily forget them and pick up the new.
Yeah, yeah,
And never had any problems with that.
yeah.
I couldn't understand when, like when Donnie and Terry moved from there, that their daughter couldn't, she had friends down there, and she'd have to take a train ride or a plane ride, car down to see her new friends.
Yeah.
That is her old friends.
And another thing that when Rory was a kid that he's talking about is you bought your sugar and stuff in a bulk, and his mother gave him 50 cents to go get 50 cents worth of sugar. Well, he ordered 45 cents worth of sugar, took the nickel and bought a jar of tobacco, and it had the cigarette papers on the side.
Who was that?
That was Lorie.
Oh, Lorie.
I was about 12 years old.
This from the man who said he never did anything bad.
Truth comes out, Dad.